Hey traders, hope you're having a good Saturday. It's getting really stormy here, so if I lose power or if you hear lightning, or not hear lightning, if you hear thunder, don't be scared, man. It's okay. So, Bitcoin, God, earlier today actually hit $11,244, like on the dot, which I'll point out to you in a second why that's so important when we look at the daily time scale. But as it stands now, looking at the Bitfinex chart, looking at a linear scale, not log scale chart, okay, and it looks pretty interesting. All right, so you have your anchor point from April 3rd, that peak, another anchor point May 14th, May 16th, right? That's 3 touch points on the top, and now we have like 4 touch points on the top, right, with this new one, and just one on the bottom, and you can see a great amount of heartline support, 75 resistance, heartline support, heartline resistance before eventually breaking it and running. All right, and so funny how we actually back tested the 75% trend line as support before rallying, and now we're selling off again. And it's not a big deal while we're selling off. I mean, it would actually start getting weird if we didn't start selling off, because I mean, my God, man, you hit these levels on your RSI 88. What happens every time you hit 88 or higher, right? Eventually you become not overbought pretty soon. All right, and so that's what we're trying to do right now. Okay, we are not diverging. You actually made a higher high in price with higher levels of relative strength. That's good. You're not showing divergence on the 4-hour MACD either. Look at the volume that came in to push this price up, but recently a lot of fighting going on between bulls and bears at a critical resistance. All right, 11,244. All right, so just think about what we did last time. All right, so for instance, you broke right here. Right, this was a critical resistance. Remember this 8,500, man? Remember we broke it and we just couldn't sustain prices above it for very long, made lower highs and then sold off, but then continue to rally again, right? I mean, you do respond accordingly to different overhead resistance points. Right here, we hit it and actually sold off before rallying again and breaking it, and then falling below it, running again, and bouncing off it as support. And then we really saw it again when we sold off support, right? But never fell through it again after we broke back above it and back tested it, right? Never. And then began to rally again. So staying above overhead resistance is very important. Using it as support is even better. All right, and so we have broken overhead resistance, right? From May of 2018, broke it pretty well and ran straight up to the next resistance. Wow, that's what you do. That's exactly what you do, chat. All right, so if we did sell off ever, you got to know that the critical point, right, is like around 10,000. I mean, it is 10,000, as you can see, May 5th high. So I wouldn't be freaking out about this until we fall below 10,000. The only people to be really freaking out are people that FOMO'd in on this run and are worried about it. Okay, so just know if the chart, if we're in an uptrend and we're at the top of the trend, you can think about the risk involved, how high it is. And we're hitting the area that we said we'd go to if we broke 10K, right? We got to it. So I mean, dang, dude, that's pretty awesome. I mean, that's like been the analysis the whole time. Break 10K, 11,480. Well, 500 here, 11,500. But I got to show you on the daily what I'm talking about. Why I plotted 11,244. Look at this, man. You touched it. Look left. Well. You have a candle high close from February 20th, 2018. All right, that's the beginning of this little resistance zone. All right, the next one is the 11,484. What I've been talking about over and over and over. Okay, so you hit the beginning of it. So, and look, when you hit the beginning of it, look how much you've pulled back since then, man. That's a lot, man. So just understand why we're pulling back right now. And it's not just because we hit resistance, but it's also because we got extremely overbought on the 4-hour. We were hitting near 90, which that's nuts, man. Even in crypto, 90s are getting wild. So I know it can stay overbought for a long time, and we still are overbought. Something I didn't mention is we're still on Bitcoin at 76 right now. So that's, again, overbought. Anything over 70 is overbought. On the daily, look at this positive histogram pump. Look at the volume involved. Wow. Daily looks beautiful, man. It looks wonderful. Besides the fact that we're wicking off a little bit of a critical overhead resistance point at the beginning of the resistance zone, all is well, man. All is going awesome. You're a little overbought now, okay, but you keep building. So you're like 77.88 right now. This thing could keep building if it truly wanted to. We know the weekly's closing tomorrow, right? Tomorrow, I guess like 27 hours or something away. And look, you can't even see. You can't see really where it is. There's a wick here, but that's not the candle high close. This is why 11,448, whatever. This is important on the weekly, and this is what makes you believe that maybe we could run up a little bit more, rally and hit that before pulling back. But come on, man, holding on to positive momentum on the weekly. You're overbought. You're around the same. Look, the daily and the weekly are overbought right now. If you ever decide to top out, you could be starting to show bearish divergence on the RSI on the weekly, which that's when we started getting a little spooked. Okay, because I mean that's eventually it'll catch up with the daily will catch up with the 4 hour, and so on, right? So I think we do have room to run a little bit more, 11,484 or 11,500 on this chart, because as you can see on the weekly, we just haven't hit that major one that shows up. So I mean, I guess we can go to Coinbase real quick too, if you want, just to look at the breakout we had of the ascending riding wedge. Beautiful. Break, you can go confirmation. All right, the breakout. You can see the pattern. You're out of it, man. Measure moves way higher, but yeah, man, it probably is best to look at this like some sort of a channel like we just did. On this chart, you're still you made higher levels of relative strength, so there is no divergence, which we thought may have been a case before the pump. But man, the confirmation of this breakout, and then we broke out, and then we back tested the area that was once a resistance as support, also very strong, but now you're pulling back. Hey, again, going down to 10K, that $10,000 area it would not be weird, so don't be afraid if it happens. I mean, we're just up so much right now. I mean, yesterday was truly a special day of gains. Like, you just don't get those days every day. So shout out to Bitcoin and everyone in this community that made the stream, the 10-hour marathon stream yesterday, so special, and then the 8-hour marathon stream the day before that. So thanks for everyone hanging out, and we're going to keep looking at Bitcoin, keep making gains. Ethereum hit, I think it's third profit taking level for the patrons. So I don't know, man. I guess we're done with this video. So hit that like button, that bell, that sub on the way out. Leave a comment in the description below. Again, enjoy your Saturday. I'll be live a little later. So until next time, respect the TA.